Hello and welcome to, what do we play here? Dungeons and Dragons? Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. Except we are no longer in Baldur's Gate, that's like long past. This is Season 2, and episode 36 of us playing this game. So yeah, it's been a while. Right now, we are at the Camp Fort Knucklebone of the warlord Mad Maggie and her mad bands of redcaps and madcaps and, flesh golems and a bunch of shit. The party, which I don't know if you ever established a good, a name to identify you as. Previously known as the Nameless Few, now questioning if that's a good name at all, has helped out flesh golems with its piercing in its foot. They talked around, they made friends with Kenku engineers, which are some sort of artificers or, mechanics in their own rights, and have gotten to know that redcaps are a bunch of crazy assholes and you cannot trust them. A flame
you
skull.
can kill them.
Yes, they are very killable. The flame skull named Barnabas has lost his tooth as he got knocked around by the red skulls who stole redcaps who took the tooth and threw it between each other like it's a game of catch. That's when the party forcefully had to intervene as the owl stole a cap and pulled the ire of the redcaps to them. During the whole combat, all the other redcaps gathered to sing an epic battle song in the background because they think that's cool, while they watch their comrades getting slaughtered by the party.
Redcaps are freaking nuts.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So, I want you to describe to me, how difficult was this battle from 1 to 5 redcaps? How would you rate this battle?
Two red caps.
2 redcaps? Super easy?
I would say it was easy for everyone who did not get kicked, and not so easy for everyone who got mauled and kicked terribly.
Oh yeah, there were a bunch of shin attacks.
I lost
I feel
half
like-
my HP in a single attack.
Exactly.
I mean, it kind of depended on the class. I mean,
And we also did found that Zodalar unintentionally made the redcaps way easier because the kicking was not causing the knockdowns as it should have.
Oh yeah, being knocked prone and then getting
Yeah.
advantage on all other attacks.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. For sure. Also, it's interesting because redcaps have the ability outside strength, which lets them carry heavy weapons, but they don't wield any heavy weapons on the normal stat block.
No, because they have the boots. That is all the weapon they need.
Oh yeah, the boots definitely count as a heavy weapon, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could put them on. I don't know if you can take them off again though. I would allow Sunny to put on redcap boots.
no.
No.
Would that count as armor?
No.
No, it's still a hard no.
But you would be
No,
able
that's
to. I would give you an ability. That you could kick somebody with an action, and they have to do a DC or take damage and be knocked prone.
Do you want to weaken the poor monk? I mean, come on.
I'm not.
damage.
It's not like I'm forcing you to. I'm just saying your feet look like they would fit inside of those, blood encrusted, never opened iron boots. that have smoke coming from it and, foot cheese smell.
They were probably, they were never taken off. Do you really think I would put my feet in there?
Well,
No.
you could wash them first.
I don't think that washing them would do any good. They probably just crumble as soon as they touch water. And
Zon,
Yes, Vashik.
do these boots look like something that could be valuable?
Let's think about this. It's
I need
definitely a
someone
bunch
with
of...
to someone with very specific and odd fetish, maybe.
It doesn't
Anyone
look like
else thinking-
people would buy them. And, if you wouldn't wear them, they would basically be scrap metal.
Oh, so
Anyone
not
else?
even like to devils and demons and whatnot?
maybe you could just use them to barter with other red caps. Here,
Or
look,
you
you
could
can
use
put
them as
them on your
paperweights.
pants.
Yeah, most creatures wouldn't care about wielding unwieldy, super heavy, ugly boots with blades on them. Like, it's uncomfortable and most creatures are slowed down. Like, those red caps wearing them are mad for wearing them.
Yeah. Also, if a devil wanted to have a pair of boots like this, all they need to do is just to eat the red cap inside.
Would anything negative befall my halfling if he put on these boots?
You would have to put them on and find out.
You put on a hat from them and you put on the boots. You're basically becoming a red cap.
Probably. Do I have something to try it out?
I mean, technically your owl has claws.
I will not. Well, that's my owl. Get in death and danger.
Owl and boots?
I just imagined it. Can't
I think somebody has already done that and better.
An owl wearing boots?
Yeah, like, Puss in Boots sounds much less weird.
No,
Do
that's
we-
not
do
an
we have-
owl.
Do we have some metal creature that can just try it on? Carl, don't you have an owl? Or cats?
Those boots are like 3 times the size of the owl.
Don't you have a cat?
So I would say it's like any other metal. You could reuse them to craft something else with. But most creatures wearing them would be like significantly slowed down unless they have like a 16 strength or higher.
Zon,
Yes.
Siren has this chest.
Oh yeah.
The chest has legs.
Yeah.
Like 6 legs, I think.
Indeed.
Or 8. Could the chest wear the boots? Just for comical purposes.
Well, if you had like some sort of expert between the arcane and the mechanical, maybe. But I don't know that you're such a guy. So
Well, I'm not.
We might have someone like that, yes, maybe.
But Siren would creep up to Tal from behind and then take him by the shoulders, and be like the car salesman, be like, hey, dude,
Vivek, great grandson, you have somebody behind you.
This
Hey,
boot can fit so many red caps in it.
this chest, do you see the naked legs? They are terrible. They would not be terrible with some boots on them. What do you think?
I want you to imagine a clawfoot bathtub, but it's a chest.
Yep. And
Well,
it has a bit more feet.
I see. Well, that is certainly possible, but be aware that if we equip your chest with metal boots, it will become likely better at kicking stuff, but also,
Oh, it doesn't kick.
well,
It's I've been told it's a construct. Yeah, I don't know. Those legs look real to me. But
No,
but
it
who
is,
am I to tell?
It is a sort of magical abjuration of a construct, yes. These are made by infusing rather powerful magic onto a regular chest.
No, wait. Okay. I don't need the whole spiel, right? I just need to know: are you able and willing to put boots on a chest that has legs?
Um, I mean, yes. I'm not sure what the advantage would be aside
It would look fucking cool. Look at those boots. Look at those naked legs. That's terrible.
I mean, yes. Though you should be aware of the simple fact that the chest then will be very easy to find, mostly because everyone will be able to hear it in 2 mile radius. It will thump a lot.
Okay. Well, I'll keep that thought for later. And Siren goes to collect the boots and put them inside the chest instead.
Is it
is
chest
he-
a normal chest?
Is the chest is normal chest?
All right. How many boots do you put in?
So can we
I
need to
want-
settle?
I'm
We
going
need to
to
settle
tell
on
you-
how many legs the chest has.
4.
I thought it was more. I thought it was a bit
It's
more
one
creepy.
for each corner.
Ah,
I'm
okay.
sure
Then I
that's
would
it.
put two pairs of boots.
And I want you to imagine that, like, the chest itself can, like, bend and stretch so I can walk.
Oh, it's a bendy chest.
You know.
One day we're gonna make it a walking chest of holding.
So, let's see. Well,
I mean, I paid about as much as for a bag of holding for the chest.
so there's one set of spiky bladed boots, and like what was it, like 4 sets of big heavy riveted metal boots.
Oh, I want one set of the spiky ones and one set of the heavy riveted ones.
All right, yeah. Your chest makes like a sound like it. It sounds like oof as you put them in.
Does it seem like it can walk?
Well, it stretches it a bit and does a few like chest leg stretchings, but then it waddles around.
I'm totally imagining an animation from like a Monty Python movie
Yeah. Yes.
of the chest doing leg calisthenics.
It
Okay.
appears to be able to walk and follow you as usual, but it has you have filled the chest quite significantly with those massive boots.
Yeah, I can throw them out anytime.
Yeah, oh no worries. The chest was empty until now.
Also, isn't
Oh,
the chest
not
kind
really.
Oh, what did you put in? Like when you opened the chest, tell me.
So there is just a few bolts for a crossbow, just a few. There's 10 rations. There is a scimitar. There is my Dungeoneer's pack, because why would I carry it on my back when I have a chest? There's
You
a set
put
of
them-
manacles.
Fantastic. All right.
There is an empty backpack, and now there are these 2 sets of boots. And I would expect that just by volume, if not by weight, those boots make the chest pretty fucking full with all the clutter. It's, by the way, on my character sheet in my bio if you ever want to like check it.
All right.
I'm getting a very funny idea. So I go to Tall and be like, nudging him. You know, this chest looks a little bit boring. Don't you think you could put some eyes on it? That just go wanky when it moves.
Do I hear that? Does Siren hear that?
What?
Uh,
Are you keeping it? Are you whispering?
Let me see.
I'm okay with not even rolling if you're just whispering. I would be just not paying
No,
attention.
I'm just deciding if it's something even yes, uneven no. I am whispering.
Well, then I don't give a shit.
Tal is like slightly confused. He's like, I understand the sudden wish to improve the creation, but I'm not sure this is the optimal way of doing so.
I mean, it would be fun.
Also, I don't know if we would be like, you know.
Just put some googly eyes on it.
But it appears to already have enough of variable senses to be fully able to comprehend its surrounding and navigate properly.
No, it would be like fake eyes, like on those moths and the wings.
I don't think you're
No?
whispering anymore.
No, I'm no longer
Tal is-
whispering. I'm getting too excited.
He might be. Tal is whispering. Tal is
Alright.
subtle
Look,
as a brick.
Look, you two, look. I was thinking about those boots. That's cool, but I don't want any more like adjustments to my chest. No, it looks freaky enough as it is.
But imagine eyes and
Yeah.
rocks.
That's exact. I'm imagining it, and that's exactly why I want nothing like that on my chest. Like, fuck that. That would be uncool.
Your definition is just weird and outdated. Yeah, it's old, just like you.
I am the expert on coolness, and Siren just like plays with like a beginning of the frost race cantrip, right? He's just like summoning the frozen power to his hand and letting it
Yeah.
go several times. I'm the expert on coolness. And wink.
I give you a 7 of 10 points for this wordplay.
Well, so what do we do now? I don't know. I could
Obviously
take a
not putting
breather.
googly eyes on your chest, which is a shame. Oh. I have no idea.
Wait, so why did we come here in the first place?
Well, I was interested to talk with descendants of my great grandson, but you keep going ahead. Don't let me interrupt you.
Yes, you did
I
mention
can't
that.
read.
You did mention that you are my grandfather. Then my father actually talked about you a lot, saying that you had been quite a powerful mage in your times and stuff like that. Very impressive. But he also mentioned something that you are probably somewhere on Mount Celestia, nagging at youngsters or something like that. What are you doing down here?
That is not quite so. I am your father's grandfather.
So bit more steps over that. I see. Still the question, what are you doing down here remains?
Why?
What are you doing,
What is more
step-grandfather?
important? Why are you a Kalahasu? Explain yourself.
Well, I would assume that would be question for my father, rather.
Well, he isn't here, so you shall answer for him.
Yes. Well, my father accepted me as his son, and gave me this name to be my own. Both of my names, actually.
Accepted you.
Well, yes, he found me, but I don't remember much from that time, to be honest. Probably wasn't a very happy time. I was very young back then, and he found me in the forest. I was living alone, and I had a few interesting things I managed to gather. And well, I assume that they took notice and decided to have a look, and kind of got caught in my traps. And I guess he was kind of impressed. It's not that easy, apparently, for a 10-year-old to catch half of the Halruan crew in crudely made traps in the forest. So He insisted I have to come with him, and well, I didn't have that much to leave. I mean, my shack had some nice traps and stuff, but it wasn't anything extra. And he had the flying ship. As soon as I saw it, I had to know more about it. So he took me with him and enrolled me in a school as back as he got, as soon as he got back. And I had been his son ever since.
Yeah, the flaming skull is looking, well, expressionless because it's a skull, so you cannot really tell what it's
I
thinking.
assume so.
It's just staring in your general direction with like red beads in the eye sockets. And it says, so you have enrolled and finished your wizard school then.
Oh yes,
Interesting.
of course.
Which school did you pick?
Oh, the artificery, of course. The most
The
interesting
what
one.
now?
The artificery, because I had been most interested in mechanics and combination of magics and mechanics. Colomancy, most importantly. I mean, I made this one and this one. He points to the cat and the owl. And his arm. He's like, oh, and most importantly, I guess I did it because I wanted to make this one.
Well, is this some kind of golemancy? What are you talking about?
Yes, more or less. It is a practical application of knowledge of physics and nature laws in combination with the use of arcane as to bend and adjust these laws in a way that allows us to make a creation that wouldn't be otherwise possible.
I see.
Background, you hear a clonk as Siron jumps his sword because she's falling asleep.
Sounds unnatural. Sounds evil. But I guess it's okay. He's a good guy.
What
I mean, there is nothing evil about it. I mean, imagine what you can do with it. You can, give arms to armless and legs to legless, entire bodies to people who die and don't want to be dead yet.
what strange pursuit of a non-arcane
Or
pursuit?
make
Well, I mean, I am also
Or
fairly
make
knowledgeable
mass
in the matters of
destruction.
arcane.
Kalahasu, do you have siblings of your father?
No, I actually don't. That might be one of the reasons why he decided to take me, I guess.
You're the last in line?
Well, technically, I'm the only one. Well, I have a few cousins, so they are Gelhazu as well. I'm just only son of my father.
I see. Well, if that is the case, I will have to prove you. Tal,
Alright.
this is the moment when you realize he's taking a few steps back from you and casts a spell. You hear a voice from him coming forth, chanting in Halra. It's a short, like 7-syllable sentence. As
Okay.
let me. I need to look at your character sheet real quick.
I mean, he definitely speaks Halruam. He has spell.
Yes.
He should be able to identify spells if he rolls it.
All right.
That would be knowledge gain, I assume. Because even
Are
when
you? You have a backpack?
yes,
Because I don't find it on your character sheet. What backpack do you have?
the basic one, I guess.
Because
definitely-
with your class, you pick a backpack like the Dungeoneer's pack or something like that.
Yeah, that's probably something I didn't do.
My God! All right. So
I mean,
so you have a
basic-
backpack, and your backpack has a rope on it.
roll with
Usually.
us? Yeah, it should be like the adventurer's backpack, default adventurer's backpack.
All right. So you have a rope on it. I will let you roll Arcana. This is difficult because this is not a spell that you have seen being used before.
Yes.
All right. You have a pretty good chance. So roll me Arcana.
I have a pretty good chance. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yes. You realize quite soon what spell it is as it is happening. As the rope on your back is coiling around your body and tying you up. It is a spell that has long been like transitioned away from. Nobody uses this nowadays. It's called Animate Rope.
Oh, nice. So what he will do, as soon as I identifies the spell, which should
Yeah.
be very quickly, he just tosses the backpack away.
I would like you to do me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that won't go as well. Probably not enough.
No, it's it takes too long. Like you managed to slip on both sides of the backpack, but it managed to wrap around your arms and chest in time. So he says, "I challenge you, son of my grandson. If you wish to hold my name, show me that you are worthy."
I mean, we just saved you.
Now you see him summon another spell, and a piece of coal pops up in the air, lands on the floor. Now we are in initiative order, so please click on your token.
Oh, wonderful.
I sit there
Yeah,
and
initiative, given that I'm tied up.
I'm sitting here eating, some of those tasteless snacks and watch.
I roll. It didn't put into a turn order again.
You can right click on your character and click
just
add
right
a turn.
Yeah.
Oh, same for my skull. It didn't add the skull. What the fuck?
It's like the turn order is wonky.
Yeah, I think roll 20 is broken.
The turn order was always broken.
My initiatives both worked.
Okay.
Yeah, it sometimes do, sometimes doesn't. It's weird.
Do we all need to roll initiative, or is it?
If you wish to join,
I don't know what I'm joining, and he said he's gonna test him, so I'm not gonna refrain from doing anything. I'm gonna mumble about my greatsword because it's damage.
That's fair.
yeah. You guys can tell me like what are you doing as this is transpiring in front of you?
So, none of my characters are like joining in so far. Silence probably starts walking towards Tal, but he understands from the talk that this is supposed to be some kind of test. But I'm rolling initiative in any case, so that if I ever decide to jump in and do something, I know when my turn is.
All right.
I can't even move my button, so yeah. I will just watch.
All right. So Siren is watching.
True.
After that, Talahalnan, you have been challenged. What are you doing? You do mention, you saved his life, but he doesn't appear to be affected by your words.
Okay. Well, he tries to free himself. Probably ordering the cat actually to try to because it has pretty like razor sharp claws, so to cut the rope.
Alright, roll an attack with your cat.
And it definitely is still active after our fight with Redcaps because it remains active for hours.
Yeah, then it's all good. So
Fine.
it has like its own
It doesn't
action
have like
economy.
its own attack. It will probably just try to use the beam to burn through the rope.
Are you sure that a cat can aim that well?
It can aim pretty well, yeah, and it's on me.
It's all part of the attack roll.
Yeah, I mean, if it critical fails, then I'm like, okay, it hit me. I'm fine with that, I guess. Let me roll the cat. Are you force captain? So yeah, it is not critical fail, thankfully.
Yeah, no, that's a good hit. Roll me damage.
Nice. So the damage will be on the rope. So nice, 9 damage to the rope. I have no idea how many hit points the rope has though.
Okay, do I have any battle theme? I have this one. Let's see. Yes. Your cat cannon jumps onto your shoulder and aims downward, like between your shoulder blades, where the rope is thickest. A blasts a beam. It cuts through 3 strands before the first one gets like slightly cooked, but it's enough for the rope to start sliding off and for you to pull yourself free. So you're free. It doesn't cost you an action. What do you do? You can already see that the flame skull appears to starting mumbling more words, preparing its next spell.
Okay. Now, what I never looked into, now that I'm thinking, can I counterspell? I probably cannot because his
It's a third grade spell.
it's a spell now.
Counterspell is a spell now. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's weird, but
Yeah.
okay.
So do you have the spell named Counterspell?
No, I don't, because before you could use any spell to counterspell pretty much.
Oh yes.
so
Then that's not a thing.
that's not the thing anymore. Okay then. So he's casting another spell. So I guess he will just raise his cannon arm and shoots at him, and he's like, "Hey, stop that!"
All right.
And because the skull is flaming, he won't be shooting fireball, but a ray of frost.
Go ahead.
Probably hit.
That's oh yeah, that's a massive hit. You strike him strong. Roll me damage. You hit him with 14 cold, and
Wow.
a blast strikes across his skull. And he appears to be not affected by it at all.
Oh, completely unaffected.
Like
Okay.
completely unaffected. He speaks out. Oh well, for an artificer, you appear not be very knowledgeable about the necromantic arts of summoning skulls. Your spell is impervious to me. Rookie mistake.
Well, I would most likely prefer if you just to get your attention enough to make you stop doing whatever are you doing. Really, I have no wish to fight you. Really, I mean, I barely ever fought with my father, so why should I fight you?
He failed to raise a son of his own, so you have to show me that you are worthy to hold the title. This is when Well, I guess it's his turn. Is your owl doing anything?
Bubo,
I don't want to take Bubo away from you, so this is your chance.
I'm half tempted to try to steal the tooth again.
Oof.
But I guess that won't be really easy right now. Well, he's busy, but the tooth is firmly lodged in his jaw right now, right?
Yeah, it's back in place.
Yeah.
You know, with a check, she could maybe pull it away, but it's a danger.
He has like strength 4. I don't think so. Okay, then this is on. He just gets ready for being shot at.
The Flame Skull is summoning a new spell as he shouts out, "He who does not know the traditions of Halra." And there's like a sigh in his voice.
He's like, I know the traditions and grew up there.
That's the moment where the
piece
piece of coral at the floor starts glowing brightly and expands. It expands rapidly, like massive jagged coral pieces arching into the sky towards you.
Okay, he's probably trying to just avoid that.
Both Siren and Ceralon are in the range of the effect of the spell.
What do we
So
need to
I need
roll?
all of you to roll me a Constitution saving throw as he casts the Cone of Corals.
That is certainly better than dexterity.
How close am I to everyone else then?
You're where you're positioned on the battle map.
Oh, I would have stepped back from there if I had seen it.
It's 18. I don't have
Well,
advantage.
it's a spell, so you didn't see it until it's happening. Now that it's happening, you're being affected.
Does Siren have bonus from Cirillon's?
I believe so.
Everyone has automatically.
Okay, so that's
Everyone I considered ally.
So how much is that?
Half.
What do you mean half?
Oh, you mean the
The
Bonus
bonus.
and saving throws.
that's a plus 4.
4.
All right, so
I'm-
Tal has a 18. Oh wow,
22.
that's really good.
now that's
Test.
22 then. That's nice.
All right.
So it's just plus 4. It's not 1d4.
Yeah, it's a plus 4.
Well,
So-
then Siren saves by easily.
Now, Dreaming Hero, you're fine. You're like at the very other side of the battle. It's those that are standing behind Tal that are affected.
So that's 22,
So I think
22.
that's a success for all of you.
Yeah.
So you take 24 24 piercing damage as the corals splinter past you, and like sharp edges splinter across your chest and start growing further and further before you manage to pull yourselves away from the rapidly expanding corals.
24.
No, you actually take half of that.
24 piercing damage.
24 is the half.
No, you take half of the half.
Unicorn, you have to explain where that comes from, or people are just confused.
All spells deal half damage within a radius of 10 feet.
So,
of me.
24 means you take 12 points of damage
Okay,
instead.
12 points of damage. Okay.
It still hurts like fuck.
Yeah, I imagine.
Takes 3 steps back. Hey, watch where you're shooting.
Are you on your initiative?
I don't have an initiative order, so.
I'm shouting to the skull because I'm not in initiative in combat, but I'm seeing this. I'm like, hey, attack my friends again, and I attack you, and steal your tooth. Behave.
Stay out of family business, halfling.
How about you apologize to the
Silence.
wrong people?
You know,
It's your
I
turn.
am fairly familiar with Halruan traditions, and I'm pretty sure killing your family is not one of them.
Silence.
I think he doesn't consider your family at this point.
Well, he is a flaming skull, so why should I consider him family?
Silence will drop his equipment bag, and he will run in front of. He will just move in front of Tal,
All right.
and he will say, "You are attacking my friends. Are you evil? Stop your evil doings, or you shall be purged."
Oh, I love him. It was silence, right? You
That
still have
was-
the mouse.
I'm just thinking whether he's gonna do anything else. He will actually use lay on hands on Tal,
All right.
and
I
he
mean-
will
I would like an explanation from the Flame Skull.
he will give you
Okay,
back 10 HP.
Okay, nice.
All right.
Okay, why do you do that? Small mouse that silence still has climbs on your shoulder and speaks at you encouragingly. Like it's encouragingly.
Meep, meep,
picking
meep,
at you.
meep,
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 meep.
meep.
It cheers you.
Also, when he asks like, "Are you evil?" Down behind you goes like, silence. It's a flaming skull in hell. Can we go yes on that one?
Yes, I understand. My oath binds me.
Aren't you being a bit prejudgmental just because he's a flaming skull and in hell?
Read the tenets of my oath again. some
Flaming skull.
creatures are inherently evil.
It's flaming skull in hell that's trying to kill me. So
I'm a half devil in hell. So
Which
I'm
part of a challenge do you not understand, you insolent fool? Did you fall down a well with this metal armor of yours?
Ah, shut up, says Siren as he casts a chromatic orb at the skull.
You see, the flaming skull is looking in your directions, and he has an expression on his face that says like, what profanity of magic is this? A sorcerer? You call those your friends, Tal? He
Not
is
only a
abhorred.
sorcerer, but a cool one. As I hit him with, as I try to hit him with chromatic orb with cold damage.
As you are summoning your spell, he replies the same. Is it a chant? Do you have like a verbal component to it?
I think I do. Let me actually. Yes. So it's not
So-
really like a language.
All right.
He just
Yeah.
mumbles arcane words.
So it's what's the object of your spell component?
That is like a petal, I think. A diamond.
A diamond.
A diamond.
All right.
Which I
Yeah.
do have.
That's the center of the chromatic orb as you turn it into the element of your choosing to attack it with.
Like it's not consumed, so I guess
Yes.
it's more like I, build the power around it and then I can grab it or something.
Yeah, then you forcefully shoot it in his direction. It's like the ball shoots away, the diamond stays with you.
Yep.
For sure. What's your preferred energy?
Cold.
Cold. You last attack was completely immune by a cold attack.
I know.
Oh,
But-
but
but-
Serum doesn't.
No, Siren does, but you don't need to identify like Ray of Frost. He has the spell as well, but I've got this little feat. Elemental Adept Frost. Do. Spells you cast ignore a resistance to damage of the chosen type.
resistance, but not immunity, right?
Siren would be aware that your elemental adept has no effect on him. He is immune, not resistant.
Oh, okay. Well, if Siren would know that, then
Yes.
he would definitely not choose cold. He would be very, like, flabbergasted about the whole thing, but he would choose acid instead.
Alright. The moment you summon the spell, he recites the spell backwards at the same time that you cast it, nullifying the
Motherfucker.
effect. As your orb shoots out and halfway through, you see it like fizzle out and disappear as the
So
magic is unraveled.
So he does have the counterspell.
Yeah, I kind of expected it.
Ah, yeah. By the way, as he questions his friends, Tal will be like, well, of course I call them my friends. They are protecting me and helping me, while you, my supposed ancestor, are attacking me. The situation is rather clear.
I mean, he is testing you for something, so I don't know.
He's testing him, but also he hit Siren and Sinulan, and nope.
No, I had been tested at school many times, and I'm fairly sure I know how testing looks. This is what attacking looks like.
Well, feel free to roll me an insight check if you want to discern more from your grandfather.
Yeah.
Unless you feel like you made up your mind already, but I'm offering you this.
Very much like this might be some really old tradition bullshit that is not being valid anymore.
Let's
I
do
would
a
like to
roll
do an
and find
insight
out.
if you allow it.
Yeah, I would like insight to see if I should.
Oh, that's nice roll though.
All right. With a 19, the words he has been using, dual tradition, challenge, they all speak to. He is questioning your station in Halra, and has called you out on it, and you basically, if you back off, you lose your station, and if you want to prove it, you have to fight the person who challenged you.
Does he have to fight alone?
But you would understand that from the challenge itself, it's not about killing the other. Although in real egregious circumstances, mages would kill the other person. More due to the nature of spells being deadly as fuck.
Yeah. I assume this is something that's more done among actual wizards than
It is.
artificers.
Yes, it's definitely a tradition that people don't uphold nowadays.
Yeah,
Like
that's what
many mages in Halra itself don't do infighting because the whole nation basically just traveled back to their original plane 5 years ago.
Yeah. So they had other issues to deal with.
Yes. Lots of outside forces who they contest the lands with because they were gone for 100 years.
And I mean, the nation is very good aligned, so I don't think they would be like, fight to the death for everyone. But yeah.
So you get the intention that his goal is not to kill you. He wants to know if you're worthy.
Yeah, okay, Actually, given what he does, Tal have any idea what he actually is, and knowledge arcane check on the
All right.
creature itself?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, nice. That's where I rolled 20, not when I attacking.
What do you want to know?
Immunities, weaknesses, stuff like that.
Oh.
Well, he is immune to frost.
We know that already, but what other stuff he's immune to? What can he do? What are his weaknesses, more importantly?
That's like a 3rd edition thing. 5th edition doesn't, like, by the rules, they don't do that stuff where you just know immunities by rolling Arcana or stuff like that. But
and
it's
does-
okay. I think
he
you
knows-
rolled both really high, and also I'm totally cool with giving off some information. That's
Yeah,
a 30, so
his knowledge on the being, it doesn't have to be like know all immunities,
So,
but his knowledge of the being and its weaknesses. Pretty much.
flame skulls are created out of mages or the corpses of mages, and to turning them into a lich. But they are always, a flame skull is created when the ritual is botched, intentionally or unintentionally. So while he has the essence of your great grandfather, it does not possess the soul of one.
That explains a lot. Yeah.
So you know that he is immune to cold, fire, and poison. And he is immune to being charmed, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, and being prone.
Yeah, I imagine being prone is a bit
A
fine.
prone flame skull would be funny though.
Yeah.
He is resistant to lightning, necrotic, and piercing damage.
So, okay then.
Also, you realize that he knows more spells than flame skull you've met in the wilds. He, like the way he is talking, if for 30 arcana, usually flame skulls are crazy and have very little remnants of their thoughts, if at all, or personality. So he must be a fairly new creation.
Okay, because Tal doesn't have any element that would do anything to him, the cat does. The cat can hurt him. But Tal
yeah.
himself, he doesn't have element that would hurt him, so he goes for psychic damage by yelling at him. Well, you talk high and mighty for something that is pretty much like botched necromancy experiment that you wanted to be a lich and just didn't thought so high enough about it, huh?
Oh, roll me an intimidation check, man.
Yeah,
How vicious can you mock?
it's not even like intimidation. He's
So,
just going like,
you know-
I know what you are.
The result will change what will happen next on his turn.
Yeah. I will definitely butcher this one. I have no intimidation whatsoever.
Oh, 19!
Wow, okay, it's pure roll. Nice. Wow. Well, he's really good at it somehow, I guess.
Roll me your attacks. I will give you the response on his turn.
He's using his superior intellect to intimidate him very well.
Nice.
I guess that works on mages now. As for the cat will hiss and just shoot at him. Because the cat does not like
Oh,
him.
also, since this is the second turn, does Dreaming want to join the fight? Or Cyrillon, for that matter.
I mean, I can join the initiative order, but unless asked to or provoked, Cyrillon will not interfere with the challenge.
Alright.
Yeah, I would just roll initiative and watch for now. Like, yeah.
So unless he targets me again or
I
hits
forgot
me
to
again, I will
do
not
the
do
scene,
anything.
right?
Alright.
Okay, so 24, I guess, is a hit.
24 is a hit, yes.
Roll damage. That's 8 force damage, and he
It's-
gets pushed back.
Alright, 5 feet?
Yeah. He just gets blasted from one side.
Meow, that's right!
Yeah, and I guess Bubo will just blast him from the other side, even though
Toot
he's...
toot.
But he will try, definitely. 18.
Alright, that's a hit. Roll damage.
2 damage! Boo Boy's on fire.
The damage is effective, and he makes a comment about mechanical golems. Well, they appear to have their effectiveness. Interesting. Golemancy wasn't that advanced when I was still alive.
Well, it is now. And that is also because my, advancement in the field. Yeah, magic is already pretty well explored, but this is something new and interesting. You should understand that if you were a mage to begin with.
So I want you to note that all of the floor in front of you, up until the flame skull, is difficult terrain of the jagged corals that are sticking out of the floor. So that was up until where everybody got hit. It's corals on the floor. Difficult terrain means you need 2 movements per field. Alright. With that, he says, you rolled your intimidation. And says, a lich? I never had such aspirations. We know it's only a path to evil. No. A necromancer summoned me this way. Abused my body.
I can.
But no matter. This duel shall not be interrupted. And I'm going to cast a spell. Bless you.
It's the most powerful spell.
A stinking cloud on top of you. Alright, Silence, I would like to have a charisma saving throw from you.
Sure thing, boss. Am I within... I'm not within 10 feet. Okay.
No.
But I do have my automatic bonus from myself, Charisma. That's 40.
He is casting the spell Il Hungaruan. So you can hear the words that say... the words are always the same, but in this context they don't make a lot of sense. As to say, a perpetrator of Halruns. You broke the law. You invaded our lands. You stole from our kind. You shall be banished from this land. As Silence disappears.
Can I identify the spell?
Oh, you know what the spell is.
Oh.
He has been banished.
Yeah, that's so.
So it somehow did not take into account... What?
What's happening?
Uh,
Do you think you have a bonus on this?
yeah, I think I have a bonus. Just like
Oh.
by how much? I don't know if it's even But how? Where did you? It's in global saving throw modifier unicorn, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Like it didn't save from last time for some reason, so he doesn't have that. So it is. Plus my
Charisma bonus, I think.
charisma bonus, I think.
Your aura of protection?
Yeah. So plus 2 to that.
Alright, let me calculate.
So that would be 16.
Let me calculate his bonus.
Like, sorry, I did set it up before and it just didn't stay.
Gotcha.
I'm setting it up again, but I don't know, maybe I just don't have the rights.
Alright. No, like, I don't have any effect on this. The good news is you managed to shrug off the effect of the spell thanks to your aura of protection.
Awesome, thanks.
But Tel knows exactly what could have happened.
Yeah.
This is a spell to throw out exiles and criminals. Instead of, if you are judged by a mage that is leading the village or the place, it will banish you from its lands. Instead of, instead of killing you. And he appears very irritated. So you resisted the effect. Interesting. Not a normal knight. A paladin, mayhaps?
Silence just like growls in response.
It's your
Like a
turn.
deep rattling growl. And okay, so I think I can still walk up to him, even though it's difficult terrain.
Yep. You break off corals as you walk past the entry point of the spell and reach the flame skull in the air. Its red beads glowing.
You are evil. You hurt my friends. You try to banish me from my friends. You are an undead creature. You need to be
Purged. And that's where he goes to fucking cleave him with the battle axe.
Battle Axos Eradicatus! Super effective. Roll damage.
It's the left one.
Alright.
And he does it again for good measure.
So
You
I
are
need to
interfering in a duel.
I need to think real quick because
But
this is
my tenets are clear on this.
I have a damage resistance to piercing.
Well, you haven't even.
I don't think the
attempted-
battle axe is piercing you.
Oh right, yeah, it's a slashing attack,
Rashik,
so that's
you
a
haven't
no.
even tried to redeem him, so so in my eyes, you're acting prematurely.
He has no soul, actually. There's nothing to him.
The second attack hits as well.
Sure, I'm just consulting like how many spells I've got left because yeah, sure. I'm taking away one spell slot. I'll be doing Divine Smite on top of this. So left one is the slashing damage, and then Divine Smite. I think Divine is it like really an undead creature because I think Divine Smite.
It's
does
undead.
more. Yeah. So it's +1 dice.
I have to inform you, this is the worst family meeting so far, and I had met Auntie Bernice.
So that's another 17 radiant damage on top of that.
Alright. It's very effective. You see, a lot of the flames on the flame skull are being doused by the radiance of your strike, as he appears to be like booing up and down exhaustedly.
Now, give up.
It's
Do
Siren's
not hurt
turn.
my friends further.
Siren. Sure, I think Siren has some more spell slots to burn on Counterspell. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, but this will do nothing. Fuck. Sure, why not? I'll try. No, actually, Siren will. Yeah, Siren will just move a bit closer
Alright.
and do an acid splash. Acid splash.
Splash some acid. Does it hit
Splash.
silence?
I can choose to, so
Alright. Sounds good.
so I'm not choosing silence. Oh, you need to. Targets must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. If you save, you take no damage. My spell save DC is 15.
Sounds good. He rolled and... Oh, let me check real quick. He has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. So...
Which this is.
Actually, he rolled a 9 and a natural 20, so he resists your spell.
Well then, the blob does nothing.
Yeah, looks like it. So you shoot out the acid spray in his direction, but he dodges your attack, floating around the liquids.
Yeah, that would be like, he is quite impervious to all kinds of spells.
Can I walk back after this? I only moved like
Sure.
10 feet, so I'm gonna move the same 10 feet back. He's just like, I'll hurt you now. Oh well, okay. Let me back off.
You can move like one field back, not both, because it's all corals.
Oh, all of here? I thought it's only from. Okay.
No, it's
Never
all
mind.
right here because that's where Sigalon stood and it hit her as well.
Yeah, he tiptoes back between the corals.
He was pushed back, so the spell started here and hit like all of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All good.
All right. With that, Tal, it's your turn. You definitely know, like, all of this is very unorthodox, but you're also not in Halra, so it's really up to you to decide whether to uphold ancient traditions that very few people do anyways. Or
I think for him, actually, the most important information is that it doesn't have it doesn't have soul, and
Yes.
it had been resurrected against its will.
yes,
So he's like, okay, if we destroy it, we are pretty much just freeing it. That's probably what it wants to do. That's why it attacked me, and using these old traditions, so we can actually set it free.
You maybe not destroy it right away. Maybe first seeing that his lineage. I think the point is to see if his lineage really goes on. He just wants to confirm that what he did was not in vain.
No, I mean he will come from that, but again, it has no soul. It's more like it's not an actual person. It's more like a reflection of a person.
I would. Let's see. Who of you is the most insightful person in this party?
What was inside based on
So it's
again?
based.
What is inside?
I mean, I'm proficient in insight.
Do you feel that you are insightful?
Yes.
Okay. So then
Because
I will.
I live by seeing through people's lies.
Cyrillon, you would be aware that this Flame Skull is a servant of Mad Maggie, as he is a part of the warband.
But does he have his own free will?
Well, destroying him would destroy her property, which would, make her, upset. It will color her perception of the party if you destroy her property. And that could affect future events, especially since she offered something to give you for free.
The Redcaps had not been her property.
Redcaps are replaceable.
Oh, I guess that is true.
The red caps probably bleach us all the time.
Yeah, that definitely wouldn't
So,
think like.
red caps die if they don't do violence.
Yeah. Anyway, Tal definitely wouldn't think of that because for Tal, it's like stolen skull is of his ancestor.
Yeah.
In his mind, he's helping it by destroying it. So the cat cannon will shoot. That's for sure. Let's with that.
It's a hit.
Yeah, that's 6 force damage. Lugo will shoot. Well,
6 damage.
I mean, I would relay my opinion of this and my
Say it.
insight.
Go
Well,
ahead.
it's not my turn.
No, talk.
No.
Just do the thing. You don't need to wait until it's your turn to talk, as long you're not holding, a speech.
Yeah, but that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, keep your speech shorter.
Like, you know that it's summoned by a necromancer. We don't know who the necromancer is, so we're just practically pissing whoever is the necromancer off.
yeah, so whatever. It's mine ancestor. Mine.
I
Sadly,
mean, you're adopted, right? So it's not your ancestor.
sadly, Boobo
Yeah.
misses. So
Don't rush. I'm pretty sure the tradition doesn't tell you to kill your opponent.
No, the tradition is kind of irrelevant. I'm pretty sure that's just disguised reason to do this.
Don't make me smack you, Tall. I will smack you into the next week.
Why
I mean-
would you smack me? Smack it.
is that your
If you
turn?
interfered in a royal duel, you would be executed for that.
Casual several remarks about royalty.
This is definitely not royal duel.
What does Talhalnan do? It's still your turn.
Now, does the
Do you want to impress him? Do you want to kill him?
well, yeah, Tal thinks that the best thing to do is to destroy him, but maybe he will be impressed and stop attacking before that. But he kind of wants to free him, so that means destroying it. And he's pretty sure Silence will want to do that as well. So. Anyway, he will.
You cast shield?
No, I just wanted to.
Okay, gotcha.
Sorry. I have nothing that will work against it. Does healing spells actually still damage?
Nope.
No.
Of course. That was
Sorry, that's not a thing.
That will work. That will work. Yeah, Tal doesn't have anything that will work against the thing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
we were here before, guys. We were here when the party fought something they couldn't hurt.
Oh yeah, the animated armor that was immune to.
I mean, he can hurt it with the cat cannon and the force damage, but he himself, he can't. Yeah. I think he will just do the absorb elements.
Alright, semantic component. You absorb 1 damage type? How does it work? I'm not quite sure.
Let me read. Used to absorb.
Oh, the enemy takes damage when doing a melee attack on you.
What? What? Yes. Why they change this one so much?
Did you ever look up your spells before picking them?
No.
So it's a reaction.
I don't remember them because this
Yeah.
is completely different spell.
Yeah,
into-
you should look this up because everything is
No,
completely
yeah,
different.
it's
the reason.
so like
Everything-
the absorb shield spells of energies. Those don't exist. that
Dal
you
isn't doing
remember.
anything. Dal doesn't have anything he can do.
Oh, okay.
I will just the cat cannon will attack and Dal will not. do
You could
anything.
take the dodge action.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, the
Alright.
dodge action.
Or talk and disengage or something.
I don't think I can disengage while the cat cannon is still shooting at him.
The flame skull will say, "Ugh. Your friends are powerful, but I see nothing in your repertoire can really hurt me. Surely, tickling a bit, but I'm not impressed."
I mean the my cannon here hurt you plenty.
Stop hurting, friend. Now.
Is
Well,
silence
could
getting
you stop
stuck by
losing
the minute?
intelligence points while attacking me?
You know, this just sounds like silence is losing intelligence every minute you
It's Vashik losing interest in playing silence intelligently.
I think I kind of want to step in now because the flaming skull is not being very nice.
Look, being a paladin doesn't say anything about not being able to get angry.
But you're supposed to be composed, to judge people, and then
I have passed judgment. We are past that point.
You haven't even tried to redeem him, so your judgment is
And I,
invalid.
It
Nice
has no
roll.
soul. There's nothing to redeem.
Look,
Yeah, it's still a flame skull's turn.
I'm not discussing. I'm not going to go into deep discussion of why Silence is doing what he's doing. We can have a character discussion
That's
like,
okay.
when the time is right.
I think
So-
I want to throw stuff.
It's not your turn, Sonny. You have to
Why
wait
not?
because it's the flame skull's turn.
Ah, goddammit.
Yes,
No,
don't
the
get ahead
gods
of
can't
yourself.
help you here.
So, the flame skull will say, "I cannot approve of you holding my family name, but it appears that I can do nothing about it either. Fine. Have it your way, Talahalnan of the Kalahasu family."
Are you sure you want to stay here? We can free you.
Oh yeah, we can end your existence.
Well, yes. You mentioned that you got made into this against their will, so I cannot imagine you are enjoying it that much.
So the flame skull is not attacking you this round. I will allow you guys to make a decision if you want to, what are you doing? Like it's going around another turn. You're expecting a spell to come, but instead he holds. Well, what's the word?
Monologues?
No. He surrenders the battle to you.
That will definitely stop attack. That will not attack him when he's not actively attacking.
Alright. Well, as long as he's not being smashed, he will continue talking to you.
Yeah, Silence will
I-
not smash him.
Oh, you will smash him?
Will not.
Okay.
Will not.
You're sending menacingly.
He can do that for sure.
Freedom?
Like Silence knows he has an ability that he can activate, that the skull will hurt itself if it attacks again. So he's just kind of there
Why are
like
you
a
killing
policing
yourself?
force.
Why are you
Yeah,
killing yourself?
why are you killing yourself?
Such a bully. Alright. Yeah, he will say, "I have not chosen my existence. Yet I exist, not the same. I can feel the fleetings of my memories. I no longer have the powers I used to have.
I mean, I hate to say this to you, but it's likely that in few years you will lose all the reflections of your past soul and memories, and you will then just be another evil floating fiery skull. I'm not sure if you want to unlive to that.
The pain still feels real. Death is not something I welcome.
Okay, then your choice. I mean, if you want to try to kill me and my friends, I don't mind just leaving you floating about.
Would you accept such arguments against you? Oh, surely your soul is worthless, so allow yourself to be killed?
Well, I still have my soul. And I'm not probably going, crazy and evil in a couple of years. I hope so.
But you did go crazy just for a little bit, just like back there, like last time.
You're putting the souls of things into machines. I'm pretty sure that qualifies as some degree of crazy.
Nonsense.
No normal person would do that.
Nonsense.
Wait, you're doing what?
It's just souls of animals that had been humanly gathered after the animal had passed on its own, and they had been given second chance at life that they enjoy very much so.
By Ukba, what has Halra turned into?
Into an hellhole, obviously.
A nice place full of nice people like Tal.
Yes, he gives thumbs up to Silent.
Tal has told me a lot about how nice Halrua is.
It is very nice, and we are doing all of this science and research to help people. That is important,
You spout upon evil, yet you do not realize with what devils he plays with. Magic of souls, harnessing it for power.
I'm not harnessing it. I'm giving it another chance at life.
That's pretty much the definition of
The flame skull is looking at the owl and if he could, actually he summons a spell.
Technically, it's a cat, so they are supposed to have 9 of these.
So a mage hand appears next to Silence, and the mage hand points at the owl and it says, "This is what a harnessed soul looks like."
Have you ever asked the soul if it wants to be inside the machine?
Yes, that's the entire premise of the spell.
So if the soul doesn't want to, it doesn't work.
No, of course not. I wouldn't. It's not harnessed. It's not slavery.
Is he lying?
No, he's telling truth.
So
I
is
would
he
say,
telling the truth he knows or the truth he believes?
I mean, Tal definitely believes this, but let's Barnabas will definitely say, "How do you get consent from an animal?"
Yeah, like I can do that. I can talk to animals, but you don't seem to.
You
Barin, do you like me?
He turns his head away from you.
I'm sure
But you can roll me an animal handling check real quick.
12.
He's he is, in a way, he's avoiding eye contact with you because you sound like he did something wrong.
Barin, come here.
No, he's not looking. He walks towards
Want some
you,
snacks?
but slowly. Do I have to? Are you still looking at me? Oh, you are. Okay, I will walk closer, I guess.
Silence pats his head, scratches
Baron,
it.
do you want some snacks?
Nice. Roll me an animal handling check. But you have
Who, Silva?
disadvantage. Yes, you have disadvantage because
Well, not that much of a difference.
Silence is his master. Yeah, no, I mean, that is a difference because yours is 1 point lower than Silence's, so he will turn his head towards the snack noise, but stay with Silence.
Then I will feed it to my hippogriff.
Tal pets the mechanical cat, and the Bubo will sit on his shoulder. And these are my friends, and they like me, and they like being with me.
Silence will attempt to mount Barin.
Oh yeah, no problem. He's your mount, that's what he's used to.
This
I
is
just
how you
gotta
get
ride-
consent from animals.
We're just gonna ride into the
Matter settled.
There's no sunset to ride into, Zeralon.
I mean, mine are a bit small for that, but I think I get his what he means.
I mean, that's not consent. He's smart enough to make his own decisions. So. A cat isn't.
Certainly, Halra has evolved in the last 100 years.
Well, yes. I mean, we moved the entire nation away from this terrible disaster and then brought it back. So,
Then
I
tell
mean, how
me,
impressive is that?
son of my grandson, what are you doing in this hellscape?
Oh, helping my friends and investigating.
Helping?
I'm gonna be FK for
Okay. Explain
Well-
yourself.
Yeah, that city. He just stumps over to the city. It's not supposed to be down here, you know. It's there are people, and they would like to have their city back home where it belongs. So we are working on that.
This flame skull will shake his head. Tal, are you even aware of what you're doing? It is against the law to help outsiders with our magics. It is strictly forbidden.
You had such a law?
Well, technically in Halrua, yes, but as you see, we are not in Halrua.
When you return to Halra, you think you can keep this a secret, helping an entire nation's capital.
Well, it is capital we used to do trade with, and that's going to be somewhat complicated right now since it's in hell.
Your flaming skull grandpa kinda is right to be concerned.
It is customs and tradition of Halloran mages. We do not meddle with the other nations. It's one
Well,
thing to trade and to learn. It's another to
Well,
help in a matter of national importance.
Your skull grandpa, you do realize that a lot of time passed. Laws can change, so do traditions.
That is true.
By the
Also-
way, I have a way to. Oh, sorry.
Also, what you should probably know is that, well, they happen to kind of forget me here and leave me behind, so I didn't have that much choice in the matter. These people kept me alive and helped me, so the hell I'm going to help them. It's only fair. And one of our traditions is that we do not leave, any debts and settle our matters. So I cannot as well leave this debt open. I have to help them.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Can someone assist?
Can I at least get advantage because of the awesome speech?
Dreaming can assist, yes. She has been adding to the pile of the
Do I
talking.
need to
AFK.
roll anything
No.
to assist?
Tal gets an advantage.
Yay!
Zeralon, you wanted to say something as well?
Well, I have a way to get to find out if an animal would consent to being soul trapped.
You talk to them with your
Yes.
animal talk?
Yes.
It's one of those things where most of the time they're like, I don't want to die. This sounds like dying. This sounds real bad.
This is eternal life.
So,
As a servant to someone else.
yeah, and most animals don't understand that concept. Like, what do you mean living forever? I'm living right now. Sounds good enough.
Yeah, it is.
The animals got the animals will probably remember that they died actually.
Yeah.
And then woke up and lived again.
So,
Do you know how much physical trauma that could deal on them?
So if anything, it's one of those
Mental.
things that if you don't have, like, you want to have a bond with the animal before you kill it and use its soul in that in the container you created.
As I said, Tal didn't kill the animals. He
Yep.
gathers the soul after they are dead. That is one thing. And also, its cat,
Yep.
which should have 9 lives by default.
Wow.
And
wow.
owl. And
That's
owls are pretty much like flying cats, so...
all right. Owls are definitely not flying cats. That's a threesome.
No, I mean, come on, I can see the similarities.
I will show you a flying cat, all right.
Oh, Tressin?
That's a flying
Yeah,
cat.
I'm familiar. Oh, this one looks so good. That's a good picture. I think my character in Neverwinter now needs a pet Tressin.
Yeah, they were in the house of the thingies, Van Vamper.
They the place where our server is there's like Evening Star, and it's entire town that's full of Tressims. They just live there with the people, which is awesome. We just fly around.
All right. Well, no matter. It is no longer my concern, but it should be yours. You are technically breaking the laws of Halura. Although, yes, I cannot confirm or deny whether they have changed in the last century. So, it is up to you to make your case, if you and when you return. But you must understand, punishment will be exile.
Well, you know, I am here to investigate and learn more about this plane as well. That is quite an academic interest. And the mechanical things they have here. But that is
Surely,
all.
then you can do all of those things without saving a city.
Actually, no, because as I said...
That is
these
quite a
people
political
are-
matter you put yourself in there.
No. These people are helping me with my goals. And so, by the rule of reciprocity, I have to aid them with their goal as well. Because, as I said, another of tradition, as you are probably aware, is that Halruans leave no debts behind.
Such of national importance must be sanctioned by the Circle.
To be honest, Tal, I don't even know what your goal here is.
Everybody looks at Ceylon like, what's your goal?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, huh? Well, you just joined us randomly and been tagging along?
I told you what my goal is. I'm gonna kill someone.
And I'm the evil one. Puh.
I mean, he's a devil, so... And he's a thorn in the side of my mother, so it's political.
Tal just like throws his
So you
hands
are
in the
aiding
air.
two political matters of international importance? Oh, you're ruining
Actually,
the whole
I'm from a
family
different
name.
world. I'm not from the same world as Helra, so...
That's... I don't even know what to say to that. Abhorrent. Absolutely abhorrent. The Flame Skull is very disappointed with you. But you also know it's not your real ancestor. It only has the memories of one.
Yeah.
But it
And
feels so
Tal-
real, you know?
Tal is like, I have good reasons for this, I'm not worried.
Is it a real skull of the ancestors, so...
Well, how would you know?
I mean, my guess is if you create a flame skull out of a specific mage, you can't just use any random skull.
You wouldn't be able to tell, but it's definitely a skull. Like, yeah. It will have been used from the dead body of the mage. It
So
is
we
being
get
summoned from.
established that the skull is a skull.
Yeah.
Just
Whether
making
if it's like this exact skull of this specific person, it's like, look, all of the flesh and skin is gone and none of you has ever seen him in life, so you have no way
but
to
we have
tell.
two people that are apparently versed in magic, so any of you two, can you tell me if you create a flame skull of a mage, does it have to be the mage?
Tal rolled 30 on flaming skull knowledge check, so does he know this?
What do you want to know? I don't quite understand the question.
If for the skull to be like the flaming skull of a certain mage, if skull of that specific mage has to be used, because I assume that yes, that's why he has his memory.
Oh yes, for sure.
Yeah, he will be like, well, of course, yeah, they used his body for this.
And
So are you
that's why
okay with
that's
your
why it's a
ancestor's
botched.
skull being-
Only the skull gets resurrected, none of the flesh of the rest of the body.
Well, but it's not technically him, really. It's more like it's his skull, but the personality and memories are more like a reflection of what used to be as his soul moved on.
Hey, but are you okay with your ancestor's skull being used as a minion?
Well, no, I would prefer if this got solved, but I asked him about it, and his decision is to remain as this. So it's his decision.
I would suggest we ask the necromancer who created him.
Oh, but of course, I can give you the name.
Well, who would that be then?
Well, I was traded into the service of, well, Mad Maggie, that's what everybody else calls her. I work here at the war camp. She is not the creator. That would be some strange woman.
So she is your owner right now?
I work for her, magically bound to obey her commands.
And if you were not magically bound to obey her commands, what would you do?
I don't know.
Annoyed by.
I never
by
had
red
this
cats.
choice. A curse is not easily broken.
Well, I guess we can talk to her about this, you know?
Yeah, he does not complain.
Okay.
He will mention, well, Mad Maggie did buy me off from this necromancer. Her name is Flennis, from what I remember.
That does not sound familiar to Tal, right?
It would ring a bell with Siren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tal.
Oh. I've met that person, I think. Yeah.
She
She
met
wa-
you too with a fireball.
She wasn't very nice. She just like kinda threw a fireball at me the first time I showed up.
You all attacked them, attacked her first, but surely that's not what Siren will say, yeah.
I mean, Siren doesn't even know that he was like a room away and he got just
Hey guys,
singed
what's
by
happening?
a fireball.
Well,
Yeah.
all of your friends are running in, like, ganking the shit out of her, and she's like, oh fuck, fireball!
Well, actually, it was just Nobody and Amber in the room,
Yep.
Yeah.
and
Well-
Nobody tried to backstab her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the end, we did come to a agreement, kind of like of not just kind of getting into each other's business. So she was reasonable enough.
I see. So she is still alive up there.
I guess so. She was very hard to kill.
Interesting. But I guess that since he is bound to Matt Maggie right now, that is the current preferable way of freeing him.
I don't know if we want to free him. Like, didn't he just like say himself that he wants to stay as he is?
I mean, yes, but I assume you would prefer to do that without being bound to eternal servitude to Matt Maggie.
Well, I don't know. You do you, but I'm kind of like, Mad Maggie sounds like a person that we need to keep on our good side.
I mean,
Agreed.
I'm not saying that we should like steal him or anything, but we can talk to her about it.
I'm not so sure about Mad Maggie myself, to be honest.
She does appear rather mad, right?
We
Yes.
should just not anger her, I suppose.
Didn't she promise you to do some stuff for you?
For town, no.
No, for the whole party.
Are you talking about the vehicles?
No, something else.
What else? Well, speak plainly then.
I've forgotten. It's your business.
How is it my business?
Lulu is like, I guess she wanted to look into what I forgot.
Oh yeah, all that.
I'm not sure about that as well. I don't trust the witch.
But
I don't
no,
trust the sorcerer.
So clear up who doesn't trust who and move on with this.
Yes. Yeah, why not?
Fake magicians never took a step into school. Puh.
Hey, shut the fuck up there. My friend nearly blew your head off.
Try
What's
me.
left of it, anyways.
You're barely an acolyte.
I was just, saving my more powerful magics. I don't need them to deal with the likes
Oh,
of you.
but of course. Whatever
she
makes
stop
you
it
feel
with the
better.
bickering like little children.
Oh, it's Siren. He will become like a little child.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Sarah just interjected, like, with both of them.
Yeah,
So
whatever.
everyone is bickering. I believe that, Sunny just leaves and it's like, no.
Sonny, you can
No.
see that Mad Maggie is approaching you together with the flesh golem.
Oh, look, there's Mad Maggie coming this way.
She
well,
like
that's-
gently waves at you with her super long fingers that has like an additional
made
digit
that.
in them.
Then I guess we can ask her what she wanted.
I
Talk
raised
about
red.
the witch.
Actually, can I remember what she wanted of us? Because it had been It had been like 8.
She wants to know what Lulu knows. That's what she wants. And she will do it for free for you to see it as well. But like the trade is that she gets to see she wants to know what Lulu knows.
And Lulu is here with us right
Yeah.
now.
Lulu was here all the time. We just
Okay.
there's so many NPCs happening that I forget.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, I guess we can talk to Maggie.
All right. Ah, little children. I see you've met my partners. Looks like some redcaps killed each other. Oh, what a shame. I'll have to get another badge tomorrow. Oh well, follow me. And she leads you towards her hut. Are you like, coming with her? The flesh golem are looking at you like waving at. Wait, who pulled the bone devil bone out?
I think it was silence in the end.
Was it Cyrillon or Silence? I don't know.
Or was it
Silence
Cyril?
and it was both.
It was
the
both.
golem or from the machine?
So he's
From
like
the golem.
excitedly waving at Silence.
Yeah,
Silence nods back.
I remember that Sunny was distracting the flesh golem and then all tried and failed, I think, and then it was
Oh, I think I was.
A team effort.
Alan.
It
Yeah,
was a team
you took
effort.
a bunch of damage before you pulled it out. That's what happened. All right.
Cyril helped with her unnaturally boosted strength.
I hope you got to know my little warband. I hope they behaved in your presence.
They tried to kill us.
Oh well, I'm sure they had their reasons. Now please take a seat. And you can see on the ground Laid out in a circle are comfortable black cushions that are set up in the middle of a big fiendish circle that is drawn out on the floor. Yeah, please take a seat. Yeah, take a seat.
What does the circle do?
Can I do
Oh, no
this
worries
performance?
about it. I need to catalyze a spell, of course.
Okay, what does the circle do?
Perception check to realize about to kind of see if there's something dangerous about this whole setup.
It's a circle. It's to connect with each other. We have to all take a seat or the spell will not work.
Alright. Alright, I take a seat.
Lulu is doing like the exact same thing that Sunny is doing. Like, do I really have to?
Like, do we?
Well, you have to if you want to know what you don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, guys, can we just ignore the main plot and do something else?
No, I don't think we can, and I sit down.
No. We need to save El Turel.
Well,
Am I
I
still
trust
alive?
you. You're my friend, Silence. So, I guess, you know, you will protect me if something bad happens, right?
That is why I am joining.
Good, good. All right. Yeah, Lulu takes a seat. All right. Everybody of you is sitting on a black cushion at the ritualistic, like, demonic circle. And I need to read up, like, what's the thing that happens next. Yeah, you take up places on the seats. Now, please, close your eyes and do not peek, looking at Sunny with like a mischievous grin. No, that won't do. Keep them nice and closed.
Okay.
Okay.
I try not to peek despite being super curious.
Ooh.
Especially now, because you told me not peek.
Now, this should last for, well, I think 10 minutes. Yes. Not much longer than that. Just keep the blinders closed. Yes.
I don't trust that witch.
And she will start the ritual. Let me think.
I imagine Silence like forcibly holding his eyes closed, like
I want
actually
to.
scowling.
Who of you has the lowest wisdom?
I have an idea.
Oh, wisdom. Let me check. It shouldn't be that low for Sunny because I'm a monk.
Sorry, Tal, I'm clicking around on your character sheet.
Siren is 12.
Well,
Siren has 9.
I'll have surprisingly
14.
you're 14. Yes.
Yeah, Siren has 9.
Isiren, tell me like what you're thinking about. You know, you're sitting here like nothing happens for like the first 20 minutes, 20 seconds. I mean,
I'm absolutely sure about what Siren is thinking about right now.
Give me your inner monologue. Like, say it.
I'm going to die. My soul is going to be taken by a devil. I need to find and sleep with a married woman. That's not gonna be easy. Time is
Everybody
running
else
out. What
hears
are we
what
doing?
he's saying. You
My
guys,
existence is hell.
yeah, you hear his thoughts in your own.
I don't know if I'm cool enough to actually do that. Why did I do that? Why did I agree to that?
Nice.
And when you
Tal-
guys think words, everybody else hears it as well.
Yeah, nice. Then Tal thinks towards him. Well, you know, you can ask Maggie. She's a woman.
Siren's like, You're kind of an idiot for having done it. No one asked you to do it.
After Siren starts like hearing the replies, he starts thinking, brick wall, brick wall, brick wall, brick wall, nice brick wall.
Yeah, your head
red-
is-
Okay.
Your skull is the
Meanwhile,
black wall.
Sunny does following thing. Sunny thinks about his wife, his children,
Oh,
and
no.
what he will do once he's back with his wife.
Yeah, you just hear like, okay, think about your wife. Think about your wife. Yes, yes, just like, oh yes.
Can you please stop thinking about your wife?
No. Not my fault you have no happy son.
I don't trust the
Oh,
witch.
yes, like this.
I don't trust the witch. Witches are evil. But we need to do this.
Technically, not all of them have to be.
But I don't trust the witch. Elturel must be saved.
I guess Tal is the first to realize that you are all telepathically bonded with each other. As
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you hear like Lulu's thoughts like, oh man, it's really hot down here. I wish I'd take a long cold bath.
Yeah, Tal thoughts will be exactly at the moment when he realizes, oh yeah, telepathically connected. This is interesting. How is this working? And then you can just see the magical equations and numbers and.
Oh my god, I've
He
never
starts
had
thinking
such a
real
headache
fast.
before.
Tal, please stop thinking.
Oh, stop it!
This was so interesting.
What? What? How did you get such equations? How do you even fit all those numbers in your fucking head?
I mean, this is how I usually. Do you guys not think about things like this?
Sarah
No.
starts to think about how she killed the dragon.
Impressive. Yeah, that was really cool. Did you really kill a dragon?
Well, she made the dragon kill itself by jumping on its back.
Wow. Yeah, that's super cool.
And it was a medium. It was like an adult black dragon.
I have cool dreams too.
That's not a dream. I did that.
Yeah, well, yeah. Tell that to the other guy.
Want to see the dragon scale I have?
Ah, come on. Anyone can just pick up a dragon scale.
You hear the disembodied voice of Mad Maggie. Yes, yes, like that. Now, I will lead you into the dreamscape of Lulu. So, be prepared.
This will be cool.
So, and it's different from the telepathic bond. It sounds like a voice, like from a distance, reverberating in your head.
It's unfair. Why can't we? Maybe it's good that we can't hear her voice.
So she is not reacting to like what you're saying or doing comments between each other.
Do not hurt Lulu. Lulu is a good friend.
Yes.
Lulu is adorable.
All right. And with that, you guys feel like you can sense like a white flash happening from the center of the circle. As you feel like a tingling sensation sweeping over your body. As vibrant rainbows appear within your minds. And you see Lulu's first dream unfold. And that is where we will pick up the next session.
What? No.
Yes!
It's not
No,
us.
you can do it in 5 minutes.
Yes, good.
Let's save it for the next time.
What? No.
We will have to, explore the first stream.
What is a good
Next
season without lots of cliffhangers that just annoy you?
No,
I
I'm
have to
actually,
give you guys a reason to show up next Sunday. Come on, guys.
I thought that
I'm super okay with this.
you probably need just time to make up the most gayest shit imaginable.
Wow. Wow,
I mean,
guys.
It's rainbow. Come on, it's rainbow dreams of magical cute elephant. This is like some He-Man shit.
Rainbows are not gay, okay? They're perfectly curved.
Well,
Because
then,
they're
why
rainbows.
does the LGBTQ community not stop using that?
Are you aware what the word gay originally meant?
I'm not.
Oh, you don't
Original
know?
meaning was something a kind of happy.
Yeah, it basically.
Or more like
Yeah.
awesome, like something really fun and happy and great.
Yes.
Rainbows. Come on.
All right.
So that's why rainbows.
Yeah.
You don't walk gaily down the street with your dick out.
Wow.
What? What? Mm.
All right,
You can-
guys. And with that, we are ending tonight's session and close the recording. I'm sorry you all had to learn what gay means. Like, man, my players are wild.
What do you mean? Sorry.
It's also a piece of
hell?
knowledge.
We
Zonalar is
must know
homophobe.
the ancient knowledge.
Zonalar is homophobia confirmed. Please
Wow.
cancel him.
Jeez. Look,
I will not submit you to your cancel culture.
nobody is going to watch until the end of this video anyways. And if they do, then they probably have a bad enough taste to like this show.
Yeah.
So, you know,
That is very good judgment, actually.
yeah. If you think I'm wrong, leave a comment in the YouTube video.
Honey, you're always wrong.
Aw, you called me honey. And with that, we end the recording. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.